We were talking about the time of the Sahaba radiallahu anhum, and we said there were some companions who their specialization was knowledge. Okay? But others, they came to the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and this was the majority. They were not students 24/7. Some came for a day, some met him for a moment. Some of the youngsters, Malik ibn al-Huwayrith, radiallahu anhu, one of the young Sahabi, came to the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They spent a little bit of time, and then he said that we were young, so he thought that, you know what, we're missing our families. So he sent them back home. But he narrates the hadith of Salah, the Salah of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Sallu kama ra'aytumuni usalli. So it's not a prerequisite. Yes, it's good if you learn and more knowledge, etc. But not everybody has to be an alim. Not everybody has to give 24 hours of the day to read books. Rather, what makes community and society function is when you with your talent and him with a different talent and him with another expertise come together and you're able to complement one another. And that was the mujtama, the community of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If you look at the golden generations of Islam, you know, we speak about the golden period, etc. You found a lot of people. Yes, we had the ulama, but you also had people who could think well. You had people who were into business. You had people who knew how to build. People would travel to different parts of the globe to get whatever piece of expertise and come and implement it where they are. So my message, especially to the youngsters who are here, yes, you've come here, a retreat is more so spiritual, but at the same time, don't look down upon the skills or your expertise that you've got or you're learning to say, oh, let me leave everything and now go to madrasa for the next 7 years. And no. The ummah and the community, we need different parts for it to function. Imagine your whole body was just one hand, only a hand. No, your body has different parts. You've got a hand, you've got a leg, and they all work in sync and they complement one another. And if the smallest part of it is missing, the Messenger ﷺ says if the smallest part is painful, the whole body pains. And here he's talking about the ummah. And I'm talking from a slightly different perspective. As an ummah, if you look at an individual, if he's missing the small part, your nail, not as important as the eye, for example, but you feel the pain. It's got its function that it has to do. So similarly in the ummah, don't think that, oh, I learned a bit of computers and that I'm useless. They don't need my expertise. And you will be surprised, especially the younger generation. You'll be surprised at how much you've got to give and how much you can push forward, whatever good endeavor or agenda that comes your way. So with whatever Allah has given you in your capacity, use it to benefit yourselves, your family, the ummah at large, because the ummah needs you. And at the end of the day, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask you. You know, sometimes people look at it and they say, you know what, I'm scared or I'm shy or I'm not befitting to be in such and such a room. And what you've got to realize, it's not about befitting or not befitting. It's your responsibility. It's your responsibility that Allah put on your shoulders to say you were given the opportunity. What did you do with that opportunity? You're able to speak to a few people. You were able to have your skill in computers or whatever it may be. Did you use it in a way that pleases Allah, benefits yourself, benefits your family, benefits community, etc. And I'm just going to go, one more point I'll mention is, especially the youngsters who are here, technology is leverage. You know what's leverage? What's leverage? In your own words. Something that you can use where you're putting a little bit of effort, but it comes from the word lever. You know, in physics, when you've got your pivot, and then you've got your piece of iron, or you've got your lever. The more leverage you have on it, the easier it is to move heavy items. So technology is leverage. Take a lot of interest in all the new technology that's coming out. You've got your artificial intelligence, you've got your VR, you've got all new things. Why? Because right now you're free and you've got a lot of time. And the world is going to change so fast. All that you see today is going to change rapidly and radically. You know, they talk about the internet when it first came out. Now they're saying this is Web 3.0. And we've got to ask ourselves, are we prepared for the change? And not only are we prepared, are we going to be at the forefront when it comes to this? And it's not to discourage the older generation, but you can help when it comes to your funding and encouragement of the youngsters. Because if you look at the West and you look at some of the thinkers of the world, a lot of their money and investment goes behind this type of innovation, startup, learning about new technologies, etc. And that's your leverage. So I would encourage you to look into that, study that way, what you can learn. And one more thing, whatever you can do it to the best of your ability. Best of your ability. And that's one of the teachings of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It says, Allah loves that when a person does an action, he does it to the best of his ability. The hadith of Jibril alayhi salam, where he comes to the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he asks him a few questions. One of them is Islam, which is like the bare minimum. Your 5 pillars of Islam. Your belief in Allah, your shahada, shahadatain, salah, zakat, fasting and hajj. Okay, that's done. After that, iman. After that, he tells him ihsan. He said, what's ihsan? Think about it. What's the purpose of ihsan? أن تعبد الله كأنك تراه. To worship Allah as though you are seeing Him. فَإِن لَمْ تَكُنْ تَرَاهُ فَإِنَّهُ يَرَاكَ. If that's not possible, then know that He's watching you. Why? It's to inspire and to encourage excellence. That's the main thing behind ihsan, is to make sure that whatever you do it to the best of your ability. And opportunities will come to you in life. As you're growing, you'll find there's so many different opportunities. And eventually, as you grow older, ask those who are here, more responsibility, you get married, you don't have a lot more time on your hands.